Yeah. Good morning, ma. How are you all? All good? Yeah. Optional kids, not boring. From 8 to 5:35. Yeah. Did you all revise? Did you all revise? Getting it at least? Did you get the class notes? Are they giving you? Who's not giving you? Diksha. Diksha herself doesn't have. Yeah. So get the class notes. Someone can, if you have the PDF of my class notes, just send it to me, someone who's got it, so that some students are wanting it because yesterday it went on live. So there are many students who wanted it. So we thought we'll help them out. If someone has got the PDF of my class notes, I have to ask you if you have. Okay. Can you just ask him to send, if you just go there, because my classes are here till 5. If you can, just share it to me. I'll give you the number. You can just send it. Thank you. So we'll share it to the others. Yeah. So medieval, Aditya. So getting out. So medieval again, we have a small revision. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. No, transition, na? That is what. We didn't do it in class. So it's always transition. Paleolithic and Mesolithic will transition. So which means, when you say painting, history is like this, ma. Paleolithic starts here, settle down. It will end here. We have Mesolithic coming. Then again, it will come like this. History will go like this. Whenever you say Paleolithic begins here, Paleolithic will end here. When it ends here, Mesolithic will begin. So don't you think it's a transition? So these you will get it only in the test series. So whenever we say domestic agriculture, it's Mesolithic. Whenever we say domestication, it will come to the previous one. So always that is a transition here. That is why students get confused because of the transition. So go with the year. So when you stick on to the year, you'll easily get. We say huts were there in Neolithic, but it was there in Mesolithic itself because transition. 8,000 is Mesolithic, 7,000 is Neolithic. So both are overlapping. So it will come here. So some sites, they will have bone tool. They will practice human intervention of agriculture. So we put that with Neolithic. Some historians say, no, that is Meso. So this is a little bit confusing part. So UPSC will never ask you a question where exactly domestication came. Those are test series one. Ma. Here it will be very specific only. Predominantly this part you will get sites. Sites, which site is what, where is what, only those. So keep it like that way. Got it? Yeah. When you look at Sabha and Samiti, initially they were allowed. That's the update. All the four, Sabha, Samiti, Vidata, Gana, in early Vedic period, women participation was allowed. So in R.S. Sharma, you have to update it. Yeah. You have to update it. R.S. Sharma says there is no plow and plowshare. 2011, we found a plowshare. So you have to update it. R.S. Sharma says Harappans were patriarchal. But today we've confirmed they're matriarchal. We have to update. R.S. Sharma will say Satavagnas were patriarchal. But we've updated Satavagnas were matriarchal. So certain updates we need to. I think new NCRTs has got the update. Because since we are referring to old NCRT, R.S. Sharma will say Surkotada. Getting it, but current one is Desalpur, India. So getting it, R.S. Sharma will say 1500 sites. But currently we have 2800 sites. So you need to be updated. That is what current affairs play. Because Sinoli has been excavated. So this is why I keep on telling you. And that will all be covered in current affairs. Ma. So go like that. Sangam also, R.S. Sharma will say, if you put it, Sangam, I will touch it. Sati was practiced. But Sati was not there in Sangam. Sati was there in Chera Chola Pandya. After 500 AD, Sati came. Sati was not there before 500. Because the age of Sati is 510. Sati entered India in 510, Iran inscription, Bhanugupta. So Sangam age comes to an end with 500 AD. So these are updates. Ma. So getting it? Yeah. Ajvikas were believing in destiny. It was a school of thought. According to Ajvikas, everything is predetermined. So Brahma writes everything in your forehead and you move accordingly. So you're sitting here. According to Ajvika, it's your fate. Why I'm taking your class? According to Ajvika, it's my fate. So for them, everything is fate. That's a Mahavir. disbelieved that. He rejected the theory, and Mahavir's teacher was Goshala. He was a founder of Ajivika. So clear, ma? So now we'll start on with South India. Getting it? So we have to give a small revision. Ancient India, just revise from Paleolithic to Harsha. What all I told you, just you should know something. Getting it? You should know something at least. Gupta, you should know something in the sense, you should know the fact. So Harsha, you should know the capital, who was his court historian, everything is there. Guptas, why do we call it as Golden Age? Who are the scholars who lived in Gupta kingdom? Getting it? Just study all of them thoroughly and we'll connect it to terminologies. I told you there are some terminologies I'll be giving you. So then we'll start connecting it. Clear? Now, thorough this Paleolithic to Harsha. 6 lakh BC to 647 AD. Ancient gets over here. And this I've discussed only North India. Coming on to South India, we have few topics in South India. The first topic in South India is megaliths. So megalith is the first topic in South India. So we start with megalith, and the bracket for megalith would be 7000 to 1000 BC is the bracket of megalith. The first, we are starting with the first topic of South India, that is megalith. So I'm still in ancient India, ma. South India, we are with ancient India only. When you look at megalith, mega means huge, lith means stone. It is huge Stone Age culture. What are megaliths in short? Because megaliths is in current affairs. Day after tomorrow, I'll be teaching you 2 megaliths have been excavated, which means we'll be touching megalith. So what are megaliths? Megaliths are huge stone burials. Megaliths are big stone burial. So man did, getting it? Man did bury. So it is a South Indian culture. So they take huge stones and they keep burying. And this burial, why do people bury? Burial is for identification. So they wanted to identify the dead. So to identify where the person is kept. So they kept a huge stone above the head. So it will be like, say for example, this is the land surface. If the person is buried here, getting it above the head, they place a huge stone. This is called megalith. And this megalith comes under which history? It comes under prehistoric period. South India has got prehistoric period. So why under prehistoric period? Because there is no literary record, only archaeological evidence supports. So the only chapter in South India where we touch with prehistory is megaliths. So it is for identification. So this stone, there is no name. Are you getting? There's no name. Today when if you go to cemetery, you go to a cemetery ground, you'll see the name. The stone will be straight. You'll see a plus. You'll be like date of birth, date of death, everything would be written. But at that point of time, nothing was written. So today this stone stands tall. It can be any size, it can be of any height, it can be of any shape. But these stones are all huge. Big stones were placed. That huge stone, we call it as megalith. So the entire South India, getting it? They had this burial practice for almost 6,000 years they were burying. But when you look at megaliths, what did they do? Megaliths, it's a burial culture. They were only burying. Megaliths, they practiced agriculture. They practiced agriculture. They practiced cattle rearing. They practiced animal husbandry. I'm giving you short things, so that because it's in current affairs. Whenever there's something in current affairs, I just elaborate it. So that when I discuss that, you're not stuck. Getting it? So megaliths practiced agriculture. And what were the basic crops grown in South India? Rice and ragi. No wheat. Wheat does not come in megalith. So they practiced agriculture, cattle rearing, animal husbandry, and they did practice domestication of animals. Domestication of animals. So megaliths did practice, they did manufacture potteries. Megaliths manufactured potteries. So when you look at potteries, keep one thing in mind. The maximum number of potteries excavated in India is from megalith. That's a GK. So in India, ancient India, where do you find the maximum number of pottery? Megalith. In North India, during that period, Mahajanapata, there was a place called Ahichatra. Yesterday I gave you a kingdom called Panchala. Panchala Mahajanapata. Remember yesterday we wrote it. So Panchala Mahajanapata has its capital at Ahichatra. So in North India, the maximum potteries have been excavated. Write it if you want. Open a bracket. In North India, the maximum number of potteries have been excavated at Ahichatra, which is in UP. This is the capital of Panchala Mahajanapata. In case if UPSC asks you, where do you find the maximum number of potteries in ancient India? Ahichatra. Where do you find the maximum number of potteries in South India? Megaliths. Are you getting it, Megalith? Are you all getting it? Just to give you an idea. Getting it? So you get megaliths. Ahichatra is in UP. It's the capital of Panchala Mahajanapata. Every time, whenever archaeologists excavate Ahichatra, whenever they go deep digging, every layer we get potteries. That's why we always say Ahichatra is a map. It's a pottery site. We call this as a pottery site of North India. But megaliths had lots and lots of pottery. So what were the potteries they megaliths used? When you look at the color, we'll go to the color. They used red ware. They used black ware. They used red and black ware. RBW. Whenever you get RBW, it's red and black ware. They used BRW. What is BRW? Black and red ware. Right, but these terms are allowed. RBW, red and black ware. BRW, black and red ware. Then they used OCP. What is OCP? Ochre colored pottery. The megaliths used ochre colored pottery. Then they used chocolate ware. So chocolate ware is nothing but, what is the color of chocolate? Brown. So it's a brown ware. So Britishers have given these terms. Today we've not rubbed it. So whenever you find chocolate ware is found in which of the following kingdom? Megalith. So chocolate ware is a dark, dirty brown. Getting that cocoa, that brown. Today there are multiple chocolates. So getting it at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then they used again. Two color pottery, red, black. They used, they used grey ware. Black faded and black became grey. Getting it? So maximum number of potteries were found in which site? It's found in megalith. And you know, they also made this pottery. They had that huge urn. They made a huge urn. So urn is a wide pot. Urn is a burial pot. Urn is a wide pot. Urn is a burial pot. You know, like a syntax tank. You know, one syntax barrel to fill water, one blue color barrel we'll have. In Delhi and all, you can see one big blue color barrel to fill water. So urn is of this height. So what they do when a person is dead, when they get to know that he is dead, they will take the person, they will put him there. And the person will be dumped inside that pot in a crouched position. So they bury him. So there are many types of burial. Children were buried in urn burial. Children were given urn burial, small urn. But in South India, elders were also given urn burial. So getting it, it will be of this height. 6 feet tall man, how will you bury him? So they will be this big. So getting it, so lots and lots of urn burial. The maximum number of urn burials are found in megaliths only. See, it's a burial culture. So they keep on burying. And this is what is about the pottery. So to give you an information about pottery, they did manufacture pottery. So clear? Next point, shall we go? So whom were megaliths contemporaries of? Megaliths were contemporaries of the Neolithic age of North India. The megaliths were contemporaries of the Neolithic age of North India, the Chalcolithic age, the Indus Valley civilization, and the Vedic age. Look at the bracket, you'll get it. So getting it, megaliths were contemporaries of Neolithic age. When did Neolithic age come in North India? 7000. When did our Vedic age end? Early Vedic period came to an end in 1000. So getting us, so we are taking it till Vedic age. So when North India had Neolithic happening, South started getting megalithic. So this is how we get to know about megalith. Getting it, ma? So we get here. And these megaliths, when you look at it, the orientation of the dead. How did they place the dead? The orientation of the dead was east to west. Head was in the eastern side, feet was in the western side. So by this, what do we understand? Megaliths knew directions. When all the head is in the eastern part and all the feet is in the western part, megaliths knew direction. So if UPSC ask you megaliths know direction, yes. Megaliths were burial culture, yes. They practiced cattle rearing, yes. The maximum number of pottery, yes. And what is the extent of megalith? When you look at the extent, because I told you it's in South India, the extent of megalith, when you look at it, north, south, east, west. North you have Nagpur is the extent. South you have Kanyakumari is the extent. And east and west you have the coastal town. So the coastal towns are the extent here. So if I give it in this map, Nagpur. If I give it here, south, Kanyakumari. So east and west, we have the coastal region. So this is east, this is west. So the entire peninsular India, this is megalith. Minus Orissa. Orissa doesn't come in South India. Poor people of Orissa, they say we are South Indians. We tell them, go, we'll kick, go North India. North India will say, no, kick, you go to South India, you're not North India. We'll say, come on, you go up. So Orissa is the only state where, pity. I always pity them. They call themselves, how do you call them? People of Orissa, how do you call you? North Indians or South Indian? South Indian. But historically we say, go up. Getting it, North says, no, go down. Are you getting Kalinga? When Mahapadmananda, Ashoka attacked Kalinga, and every ruler who annexed Orissa, they kept it under direct control. So Orissa was always seen as North historically. Jagannath Puri temple is a North Indian temple. Konark Sun temple is a North Indian temple. So all these temples. Tomorrow we'll have some drawings. I'll teach you some drawings tomorrow, architecture drawing. So then you'll understand about some temples we have to draw, because today we have Ram Mandir, Nagara style. So in the current affairs, I have to teach you some diagram. So tomorrow art and culture classes, we'll have some drawings. So bring your stationaries tomorrow. Your pencil, scale. When pencil comes, rubber, sharpener, all of them. So just bring all of them tomorrow, so that we'll have a full stretch of all the drawings tomorrow, so that you'll revise. Drawing carries 2 marks, and each and every drawing has got some parts. And those parts will be asked in prelims. Maybe. Syllabus is there. They can ask you anything. So let's be clear with what we study. Clear? So this is megaliths. So Orissa doesn't come under South India. Whenever we say peninsular India, Maharashtra, Andhra, Telangana, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. These are only called as South India. Getting it, ma? So this is how the extent of megalith is. Now one important thing in megalith is, they were burying. So women were not given megaliths. Women were not given megaliths. So which means there was some sort of gender discrimination there, but we do not know why. No women got megalith. So what burial were women given? Women were given extended burial. So women were given extended. So women were given extended burial. So what is extended burial? If this is land surface, the person is buried here, head in the eastern side, feet in the western side. Getting it? That's it. They'll close the ground. They'll dig, they'll place the person, they'll close it. That is called extended burial. So I can walk here. I'll not know whether the person is buried here or not. But in megalith, the stone will be there. The stone is the identification. So so no women were given megalith. When Jayalalitha died, our chief minister, she died. So the moment she died, people were thinking that let's give her megalith. The ADMK party was telling, let's give megalith. So immediately, all the Tamil scholars were telling, no, we should not give megaliths because women are not given megalith. So there was a problem that we'll give her in Marina Beach. Our people were all talking there. But finally, the Tamil scholars said, let's not break a culture. As a tradition, women are not given megalith. So which means what was some sort of gender discrimination was there in megalith. But we do not know why. Recently, 2 megaliths we've excavated in Andhra. I'll teach you in current affairs class, day after tomorrow. 2 megaliths have been excavated in Andhra. When you take it, it's a man. One was a 40-year-old man, one was a 60-year-old man. It was excavated in the Guntur district of Andhra. And those were big, huge stone. Very big, this big. Getting it? So the man is buried. Above the head, they keep like a tombstone. Many designs are there, they keep it. So why, again, when we send the skeleton to paleontologist, the paleontologists say he's 60 years old. This man died when he was 40 years old, 2 people. But they both were buried at different point of time. But we've excavated. They had a natural death. They were not killed, no cutting, nothing, no breaking, skull broken, ribs broken, nothing. They died naturally. But when you take the stone, we've excavated it in Guntur. Are you getting it? The body, the skeleton, we've got it in Guntur. The stone is in Guntur. When we date the stone is from Tamil Nadu, a place called Trichirappalli. Trichy, there's a place called Trichy. So people have taken the stone from Trichy and they've traveled to Guntur and they've kept the burial. Getting it? So which means imagine, Guntur and Trichy is so far. It's almost 12 hours journey even today. Very far. 6 hours to Chennai, from there you have to go. So it's very far actually. So why did man take it? Which means there was a concept of community burial. Man wanted to give some importance there to tell that, okay, the dead is important. Only when the dead is important, that's why special people got megalith. All were not given megaliths, only men. Now the next question is, were all men given megalith? No, all men were not given megalith. All men of South were not given megalith. So which means who got megalith? Special people, maybe a leader, maybe an important person. He might be a hero, he might be someone, because we are in the prehistoric period. So we are not able to sense who got megalith. Clear, ma? So someone. See, in prelims, always catch this. No one is going to ask you GK. Current affairs, GK will come. But when prelims, ma, when you look at the part, which among the following is true regarding megalith? So you need to get your content strong. That's what I told you yesterday. When you study Mauryas, thorough the Maurya. Which among the following is true regarding Maurya? True regarding Ashoka? True regarding Bindusara? True regarding cave architecture? Or which among the following is incorrect? Which among the following is correct? Now the pattern is little bit tricky. Little bit tricky. Initially it was like one only, two only, neither one nor one, all the above, none of the above. So at least we were able to gauge it with elimination. But now it's a sure shot elimination. Either yes or either no. Don't you think? You should know them. But you have to take little bit of risk. Risk you have to take. Because if you don't take risk, you can't clear this exam. Negative marking is there. Plus, it's humanly impossible for everyone to thorough everything. Let's first admit that. 100% you can't get that satisfaction in this exam. Don't you think so? You won't get satisfied. Even when I gave my prelims again, after going to interview, the moment I gave my prelims next time, I was not satisfied. My heart was pumping out only. Then again, when you go for mains, you write, not satisfied. So this satisfaction never comes because the completion of the syllabus will never happen. So you just make sure that you look at the PYQ, you look at the syllabus, because the syllabus of GS is very vague. Don't you think? History of India. What India? Getting GS syllabus is not very clear, like optional. It's not clear. It's very vague. Freedom struggle, national movement. So they say art forms of India. There are thousands of art forms. So we are taking a best possible way that, okay, let's study this. And don't you think, they want to filter candidates. UPSC wants to filter only. So imagine how will they filter? They'll make it tough. So that is why I keep on telling students, take test series, take test series. The more and more you take a test, the more and more you are in the pattern. Tests are trials for you. Tests are turbulences. Tests will be difficult. All test series will be difficult. And now the market is like, test means you will get 0 only. Are you getting it? They're making questions like that. No mercy on people. Because why? Not even one question will be easy. So we are very particular that you should not get 1 mark also. That is how we make the test series. I always tell my evaluators here, paper setter, don't pick it from NCERT, don't pick it from any book, don't pick it from internet, don't pick it. Ma'am, and then where will we pick it up? I will give you my research books. Pick it from there. What to do? So if they make one question from the class notes or NCERT, we don't pay them. I'm very honest. We don't pay them. So all the 4 options should be very tough, somewhere from the sky. They'll pick it. So that when you study that tomorrow, don't you think you add on? You will not find that anywhere. I hope by now you would have found it. So we wantedly tell them, let the students bang their head. Let them cry. Let them roll. Let them, go bang your head on the wall. Gangaram is there. Are you getting it? So it's okay. You bang, you cry. Then you overcome that. Okay, test will be like this only. You have to get that feel. If you don't get that feel, journey is not easy. Journey is tough. Journey is tough. And don't you think no pain, no gain? I told you yesterday. So journey is tough. You want something big here. It's here. Are you getting it? You're here. How will you take it? No ladder, no table, no stool, nothing. We are teaching you to jump. No table, no stool, no ladder, nothing. It's here. Imagine you're here. How will you take it? I've got something in my hand. So you can't throw something and take it from me. I'm holding it tight. Are you getting it? Only when you pluck, it will come to you. How will you take it? No shortcut. No shortcut, nothing doing and all. Are you getting it? No, nothing climbing and all. It's here, you're down. How will you take it? So I'm teaching you to jump. So I'm teaching you every day to jump. So every day you jump, you come till here. Then you jump, 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 you come here. You come here. Overnight, when you do exercise and all, body will pain, na? So you'll get some pain. Then suddenly one day you jump, you take it from me, you clear prelims. Boom. So this is what? Suddenly you can't lift anything big. So this is what is prelims. So you have to come here. We are teaching you to jump. How to jump? Some will spread their legs like this and jump. We give them putt. Stand properly and jump. Some will like put their hands and jump. We are telling them putt. Keep down. Jump. Then you can put your hands. So are you getting? Students are different. So no trick and all. No trick in the sense there is no negativity in this exam. It's a very positive field. And if you're very clear with your thoughts, if you're very clear with your concepts, this exam is yours. Many are clearing it in the first attempt. Maybe they're preparing it much before, whatever it is, ma. But we don't go there, na. The moment they clear in first attempt, we are running behind them only. Why? Because first ones are always attractive. First attempt they cleared. 7th attempt someone cleared. Are you getting? Which one will make us so happy? We take inspiration from, okay, you take inspiration from 7th. You're Buddha, ma, you're Buddha. Yeah, 7th one will be even more stronger than the first one. Because failure teaches us more. And fail. When you fail, you learn lots. Getting it? So test. That's why test series are, many will run and come. Ma'am, I'm getting 3, I'm getting 4, I'm not getting good mark. Don't go with marks. Test series is like that only. Take your explanation and thorough the test series. Add on. What I have not taught in Indus Valley, maybe the test series will have it, add. Whenever I teach, example, I'll tell you, whenever I teach, I'll see the Harappan houses. I never teach the direction of the Harappan house. I teach a citadel. I never teach where is the citadel located. In one test series, you might find the citadel is in the western side, west. Add on. Class notes will not have it, but test series will have it. Are you getting it? So like that, you keep adding on. That is why we tell people take test. And now market is full of test only. Ma'am, how to take a test? Keep all the tests in front of you. Just close your eyes. Inky, pinky, ponky. Pick whichever ponky comes to you. That's your ponky. You can't do anything. Minimum 2 tests. We can't be jealous. We can't be greedy. And we should know our limit. You can't do everything. Only 2. Do 2, which is give your 100% in that 2. And the other one, start revising only. Add on. When you keep adding on things, automatically you will get the smart work. That is what is smart work. Be smart enough to understand. That's why today people are making guides. Why are guides coming? Guides so that you give a quick read. And guide is not for beginners. Guide is only for people who have completed things. So, suddenly freshers will come and tell me, ma'am, I'll go with the guide. You will not understand head and tail. That's why, we tell, listen to the teacher. Understand the teacher. Teacher tells you. How will you know? Because we teach you so that now you'll know what is megalith at least. Tomorrow when you read Guntur, 2 megaliths were excavated, at least you'll know. Women were not given megalith. They know direction. Getting it, they were having 56 types of burial. How many types of burial megaliths had? Next point. 56 types of megaliths. Imagine, not one type. There are multiple types of megalith, like a design. Every megalith was different. Getting it? So why? It is their mentality that they wanted to give a different type of megalith. It's their mindset. On seeing these type, what do we understand? We understand that, okay, fine, this is how they made it. Getting, I'll show you some megaliths so that you'll get an idea. Visual arts. This is a megalith. This is one type. Look at it. Stone. The person is buried underneath. This is one megalith. Look, it looks like a mushroom. The person is underneath. Getting it? Many people will not know. Tomorrow when you come to South, you will see something like this. Don't go and sit at the top. Are you getting it? Suddenly people will go jump and they'll sit. Are you getting? Don't do that because these are all bigger ones. Some people will sleep here. Are you getting? Because there's a megalithic park. Getting it? Andhra government has made a megalithic park. So people don't know. Skeletons, we've taken it out. But still, getting it? So this is a megalith. This is one type. This is, see, look at it. These are all megaliths. See, Deccan megaliths, many megaliths, stone, burial. So there are lots and lots of types. This is a megalith. Have a look. Doesn't even give you a feel of megalith. One stone here, one stone here, one stone here. Who will carry this? Only animals could carry. So they used elephants to carry. Human cannot carry these bigger stones. Very heavy. When humans carry, then we have to give them a megalith. Are you getting it? So animals. Yeah, of course. Now who will carry this? Are you getting it? So bull and all cannot carry it. So these are huge, see, megaliths. Today, Government of India, we've taken it away. We've taken all the skeleton and we have protected this. We date the stone. The stone says 5000 BC. The stone says it's from Kerala. But the burial is found in Andhra. Are you getting it? So the burial is at one place, the stone is at one place. We are connecting it. Which means they were all living in harmony. From Nagpur to Kanyakumari, they were connected. They had some sort of unity. Some sort of political structure was there. But we do not know what exactly. That's for mains. That's mains will tell you how to write an answer there. But that's the mains part. Megaliths are riddles of stone. I always say it's like a riddle. It's like a puzzle. Suddenly when a student looks at megalith, they don't know. So likewise, it's a little bit trickier here. But prelims point of view, just know how megaliths are made. And this is an Iron Age of India. I'll give you the point. See, 1, 2, 3. Because why? Megaliths used iron. And the maximum megaliths are found where? It's found in Kerala. The maximum, you can write it, the maximum megaliths are found at Kerala. So among the places, where do you get it? You get it at Kerala only. The stretch of megaliths. Could you see this picture? One tall stone standing. Just like that, haphazard stone, no perfectness, nothing. Suddenly one stone will be there. Rajaraja Chola, when he died, Rajaraja Chola told his son, give me a megalith. So megalith, particularly a type of megalith. He told, I wanted a megalith, a tall stone, and the sky should be there. I do not want a roof above my head. I want the megalith to be open. So that is why today the government of Tamil Nadu also has not redesigned the great mighty Chola king Rajaraja. We have not redesigned his megalith. Why? Because he wanted a type of megalith, and that's why we keep the megalith like this. This is Rajaraja Chola's burial. Have a look. The mighty Chola king, it's not linga. People who do not know, they'll go and keep worship and they'll say, I need to clear prelims. Are you getting it? But this is not linga. People, wherever we find a stone, Indians will apply one, we'll put one. Are you getting it? Stone worship is there. People will worship even a milestone. Milestone, Chennai 24. There'll be one stone. Suddenly people will make it yellow. They'll put a garland and they'll keep one paste and they will start worshipping. Stone worship is there in India. That's what we say that. So this is Rajaraja's burial. So the Chola family, they kept this because during hot summers, they covered this with what? The thatched roof. But the government of Tamil Nadu said, no, see, the mighty Chola king is resting, but the stone is broken. It's a granite stone, the stone is broken. It was a very tall stone, made of granite. It was like this big, like a Shivalinga. So are you getting the stone got damaged? So today the government of Tamil Nadu is just maintaining only this. Later what they've done, the family members did this. So-called family members said, oh, descendants, we don't know, but they said, they made a roof. But this type of stone should be facing the sky. So what happened? The government immediately took it out. And now this is what? This is what is Rajaraja's megalith. So when people who do not know the history, they'll come and say, Tamil Nadu government not taking efforts to build Rajaraja Chola's tomb. You're like, but he wants this only. So why do we decorate it? Are you getting it? Abdul Kalam, when he died, the Tamil Nadu government gave Abdul Kalam a megalith. So Abdul Kalam, a Tamil, getting it. So he was given a burial, Islamic burial. But still, the Tamil scholars gave him a megalith only. But Jayalalitha was not given because she is a woman. Are you getting it? So still the tradition continues. Great heroes are given. So this is a megalith of Rajaraja Chola, which is in Tanjavur. It is there. So to give you an idea, so there are 56 types. So all these types are scattered throughout peninsular India. But what is the extent? This is the extent. So clear, so they know they ate rice, they ate ragi, they ate millets. They lived in, next point, megaliths lived in mud and stone huts. So they lived in mud and stone huts covered with thatched roof. So megaliths were making it with thatched roofs. So they know huts, they domesticated animal. So they did all of them. And towards the later stage, that is by 1000 BC, they used iron. So iron came in the later stage. That's why many historians will say 1000 BC is where megaliths begin. That is also one thing they would say. Since iron entered, they say megalith starts with 1000 because of that stone cutting process. So I used iron. So the moment we say iron, that's why we call which as the Iron Age of South India. The Iron Age of South India would be megalith. So Iron Age of North India is Vedic age. Iron Age of South India is megalith. So this is Iron Age. And this megaliths, they were succeeded by the Cheras, the Cholas and the Pandyas. So they were succeeded by the Chera, Chola, Pandyas in 1000 BC. So megaliths were succeeded by the Chera, Chola, Pandya. Hold the bracket, ma. Bracket 7000 to 1000 megalith. So by 1000 BC. So this kingdom came up during which BC? This kingdom emerged during 1000 BC. So the Chera, Chola, Pandyas came up during 1000 BC. So this is megalith culture. Just know it in a nutshell. Types and all, we are not doing it. We'll try to connect it. Know the topic, ma. You should know the topic. At least you should know Satavahana. You should know what exactly they've done. Because there are some important characteristics of each kingdom. Say for example, if I ask you, tell me one point about Mauryas. If I ask you, tell me something important about Maurya. Yeah? Spice system was very efficient. Anyone, you all can answer. Tell me something important. What do you know about Maurya? Centralized bureaucracy. Pan-Indian Empire, good. Ashoka. Architecture, Dhamma. Don't you think? Very good spice system. Chanakya lived there. Chandragupta Maurya. Secular rulers. Jainism, Buddhism, Shaivism, Vaishnavism. Don't you think Maurya? The first empire of India. Get him like that. So you should know something like that. So capital of Maurya? Patliputra. So court language? Pali, Prakrit, Magadhi. So they use Panchmark coin. Get so when you know them, learn the term. I told you, terminologies I've written. Coins of each kingdom, I've written it in the sheet. I start with Indus Valley, I've completed it till Mughals. Learn all the name of the coin. How is a Guptan coin called? How is a Mauryan coin called? How is a, Chalukyan coin called? I've written it in the sheet. I told you, I'll give you a sheet of terminology. So I've written, just memorize it so that you know everything clear. Port. Because today they're asking what? There was one PYQ that in Andhra, there was a place called Ghantasala. So Ghantasala was in news then. So immediately what happened? They picked the PYQ. They picked a question in UPSC. The exam setter has picked a question that which among the following was a port of the Guptas or a trading center, Ghantasala. So are you getting it? NCRT doesn't have it. R.S. Sharma doesn't have it. No books have it. But it was a detailed one. Guptans used to stand there and they used to trade. So that came in one prelims. Why? Because that place was in news. So place in news is also important. Person in news is important. Getting it today, Ayodhya is important because of the temple. So you have to go to Ayodhya. Ayodhya, which was the capital of, Ayodhya was the capital of which Mahajanapata? Koshala. So you have to hook it up. We say koki podru, which means when something you find it, put a hook and go to the past. Where do you find? Today Agra is in news. The first time Agra, when did Agra come? So you have to go there, background. Agra is in news now. So I'll be giving you not only Taj Mahal, it's fine. But Agra is in current affairs now. I'll be teaching you. Which means you have to go back to Agra. Who was the first one to build the city Agra? Which year Agra was built? What is the meaning of Agra? I'll teach you. I'm getting Agra. What is Ra? What is Ag? So you have to learn that. So Akbar made Agra as capital, that's all fine. Even his optional kids will not know. These are minute detail. So which river runs on Agra? So are you getting it? That we all know Yamuna. So why Agra was so specific? Why Agra? Because Agra is in news now. Mathura is in news now. Ayodhya is in news now. All these places in North India is in news now. So I'll be teaching you all these places in the current affairs class. There we'll go into the detail. You'll be writing half page. I'll make you write. I'll teach you. So I'll be teaching you literally. You'll be writing all the current affairs issue with me. Before prelim, just have a quick read. Try to connect it out and then come. So this is how you need to analyze. Adi Shankaracharya is in news now. Where was he born? Who was he? What language did he speak? He was a founder of which school? What was his marg? Bhakti marg. Where did he die? Which was a goddess of him? What did he write? Are you getting it? Which book he translated? You have to do everything with Adi Shankaracharya, close it, done. So this is how Shivaji is in news now. Maratha ruler Shivaji. So Shivaji you've done in Marathas, but Shivaji is in current affairs now. So when you look at this, this is how we go. This is how. Now Kashi is in news, the place. Kashi Mahasangamam. So Kashi is in news now. So what is Ka? What is she? Vara, Nasi. What is Vara? What is Nasi? Varanasi, you know, na? So there's a two river called Vara. Then there's a river called Nasi. So these two rivers collectively are called Varanasi. Actually, there are two rivers. So you're going to learn them like that. So that Varanasi and all that. So because it's in news now. Varanasi, Kashi, Tamil, Sangamam. So like that we talk about. So Sangam age is in news now. So every topic, because why? Now the government is focusing more on South India. Bengal, getting it? Raja Chola, Ponniyin Selvan, PS1, movies in current affairs, Raja Chola. No one is going to ask you the movie, but Chola might come. Chola administration can come, Chola architecture can come, Chola navy can come, Raja Chola may come, or his son may come, or his father may come, or his kingdom may come. Anything of Raja Chola may come. So you have to anticipate like this. Humayun's tomb is in news now. Humayun may come in prelims, or his son may come, or his father may come, or his grandfather may come. Let's study Mughals. And how to study? They've given you a clue, Humayun. A clue is Humayun. So study his father till great grandson, the bad boy Aurangzeb. Are you getting studied thoroughly? So this is what you need to take a smart work. It will take some little bit of time. But you have to have that zeal, that zeal in you that I have to do it all. I have to thorough it all. I have to do it faster. Be a little bit faster. You have to be, because speed matters now. The person who's slow, you lose the race now. You have to be a little bit fast. So how to be fast? Suddenly overnight, you twist 1 rupee coin, Rajinikanth, you become fast. That will never come. You have to start from today. From today, start reading things faster, studying faster. Your activity should be faster. Walk faster, eat faster, talk faster. You become fast now. Automatically, you yourself will become fast. Suddenly at the time of prelims, today I'll be fast. How, Mavi machine? Yes, ma'am. That cannot happen. As I told you yesterday, what if you get diarrhea during prelims? You have to be very much, set your clock right. Talk to your body. Make your body right with you. Let your body cooperate with you. Wake up early. Sleep early. People who are waking up like security guard, owls, all that, bats, getting it? You have to change your clock now. Prelims is in the morning. Prelims is not in the night. Are you getting it? So change your clock. It's high time you change your clock. I was also like you only. Study till 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whole night. Then I used to tell my parents I'm studying the whole night, They'll be like, oh, my daughter is studying the whole night, I'll be flying. Are you getting one? Fake flying, fake pride? Don't do all of them. Wake up early, sleep early, set your clock right now. Now at least when you do this only, else you will feel sleepy in the morning. And prelims is at 9:30. 9:30 you'll be like this. Many people don't see sun also. Directly they wake up during lunch only. Many are like that. I know many. They say, ma'am, directly we wake up for lunch. They don't see the early morning sun. They don't see it. Don't do that. I was also like you. I suffered so much because of that. My clock, I started getting headache. My body did not cooperate with me. My brain did not work. I started getting lots of other feel. I couldn't process during prelims. So it will be very difficult for you. Prelims is managing pressure. It's not only facts. There are many students who I know, they're like this. Fingertips, they know everything. They're not able to clear. 4th attempt, 5th attempt. I know my kids. They're all here. You ask them anything orally. I'll ask them orally, they'll answer. You make them write anything, they'll write on the spot. But they don't clear. How? Why? Something is wrong externally with them. Something is wrong with their attitude. Conceptual, they're not fine. They're correct. Their attitude, their clock is not fine. Maybe at the time writing, they're thinking about something. Maybe at the time of writing, their body is doing something. Maybe at the time of writing, something happened in the family or some heart broke. Because all heartbreaks will come during prelims only. Are you getting? All will fall unwell during prelims only. All, are you getting it? Rita is like that. The universe will design you like that. During exams only all will come. So it's a mental exam. You need to be mentally prepared to sit for the exam. And what if things are not fine? Your brain will not work. You can't pull the answer out. It'll be here. It'll be here. You'll be struggling. How to take it out? Your brain should be good. To make that brain good, good sleep. To make that brain good, good food. To make that brain good, set your clock. So these are all external factors. But people don't understand. I was into it, I'm telling you. When I get headache, my headache will go bad. I cannot control my headache. Because these all external factors only will make it. So all these are combining here. Then what is the point? My 1 year exam. You miss one prelims. Next 1 year. Don't you think that's a big torture? 1 year is a very big lengthy process. Initially it will be like fine. But when years roll on, you age every year. So that itself is a pain. So understand that and then start studying. So it's not too late till now. It's not too late. But just understand. People who are just chit-chatting, wasting time, a small thing. I'll just give you a small thing for you to understand. A small rough calculation. My optional kids will know it. We've got how many hours? 24 hours in a day. Everyone, you and me has got 24 hours. Minus 6 for sleep. Sleep for 6 hours. We are not babies to sleep for 8 hours and all. Kick, get up. Getting it? Then how many hours you get? 18 hours you get. Some people with medical issues, health issues, you take one also, mercy. You take one also for sleep due to health issues or something. Then you take how many hours? 17 hours. Minus 2, I give you. You totally sit and waste it. Sit and only waste. Just look at everyone and then only waste. Or you waste, you dream, or you chat, whatever you do. You sit and waste 2 hours. Reels, I'll kill you all. Cut, what? Sit and only waste. You dream, whatever it is. How many hours? How many? 50. Minus 2, I give it for your wonderful eating, for your wonderful bathing, for your wonderful walking, for your wonderful sitting. Imagine you walk slowly for 2 hours. No. Imagine you sit and eat for 1 hour. But put everything, grinder is here, it'll grind. Be faster. Even minus 2 you waste it. How many you have? 13 hours. Then again I give you minus 2. Minus 2 for your wonderful roaming. If you roam, how many hours you've got? 11 hours. What more you want in life? What more you want? Calculate. A person who doesn't manage time, time will manage you. Don't tell me I have no time. Many students will say no time. I have time. Actually, I don't have, but still, I have. 3 classes. My classes are included in studies. When you study 3 hours, you have one. Now you're with me for 6 hours. 6 hours is here. Don't be so greedy, ma. Universe will not give you extra 6 hours. 6 hours you are here with me. So 6 hours you studied with me. Half an hour break, 1/2 an hour break. 7 hours. So 7 hours is gone in studies. So remaining how many? 8, 9, 10, 11. So remaining you have 4 hours. Or you minus 2 for travel. You go and come out. Then cut it here. Ma, cut it. Now don't be so jealous. Bargaining cannot happen here. I should bargain with you. Do all this for 1 hour. Take this 1 hour and put it here. Cut this. Why 2 hours for you to sit? See already how many are wasting? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hours you're wasting. Can't you eat for 10 minutes? Can't you eat within 10 minutes? Can't you bathe in 10 minutes? You're going to scratch your skin or what? Are you getting it? Are you going to eat a big platter? After prelims, go sit in Saravana and eat for 20 hours. Who's going to ask you? Go have a big platter or come, I'll give you a platter, sit and only eat. Eat fast, walk fast, bathe fast, do everything fast. Cut down, cut. When you cut here, 2 hours is here. When you cut here, make it 1 hour. Take it here. Talking, cut here, 1 hour. It's how you squeeze. If you want, you take that 1 hour here. You know you. That's what I'm telling. We all are different. Some people will eat only slow, like babies. They'll eat, they'll swallow. Okay, eat slowly. Take half an hour to eat, cut it. Then do this fast. If you want everything in life, everything will not come. Life will not give you a package. Life will give you only something. Some people will sleep for 8 hours. Cut it, now make it 7. Cut it. Getting it? When you cut it, 24 hours are there and you have 11 hours short. So as you said, 3 classes you've got. I did my timetable like this only. So I also had 3 back-to-back classes. My classes was for 2 hours, 2 to 2, 6 hours. And I lived in Karol Bagh only. When I lived in Karol Bagh only, I walk and go to my room. So 6 hours was my classes. In between break, half an hour. So almost 8 hours went on classes only. So 8 hours. I used to sleep for 6 hours. I calculate like this. So I eat faster. I bathe faster. Generally, I don't talk to people. Generally, I'm not a person I don't talk. I'll tell everyone, talk to me after prelims. So they'll say, if you don't talk, I will not talk. I'm like, please don't talk to me. Get lost. Go to hell. I don't talk. Why? You have to prioritize. You don't prioritize and sit and talk. Life will prioritize you. You know where to cut. Tell everyone. Tell parents that I have exam. Tell relatives not to disturb. Tell people not to disturb you. And you also don't disturb. You have to put a line. If you don't draw a line, then no choice. You want this also, you want that also. How can that be, ma? Now you have to prioritize everything. Which one to prioritize? Cut everything. Eat which is making you comfortable. It's okay now you eat idli. I used to eat idli only for 6 months. The whole 6 months I ate only idli. My breakfast was only idli. I had option, but I didn't eat. Why? Because I want my body to get into a particular thing. My lunch was only curd rice. My dinner was only pongal. 6 months I never changed the menu. 2 idli, 1 curd rice, 1 pongal. This was my menu for 6 months. Whenever I go, some smell comes, I'll be like, no. You have to cut it. You have to. It's not about money, not about anything else. It's about how you are disciplined. Do you think we don't have things to eat? Students will open the box, sambar smell will come. Are you getting it? But still, you cut it. So why, ma? When you keep on going for this, then what are you wanting? Cut on something. Cut. And you can cut it. The current generation, they're finding it very difficult because of that. And you'll not believe. I did this also. Why? Because I wanted my brain to go only here. I just wanted to go only here. So I was only into that. So I never did anything when I was preparing as a student. I never gave importance to anything because I don't bother about people. Today I'm standing as a teacher here and I'm telling you. But then I was also like a student. Are you getting like you sitting here? I used to just eat fast. But while studying, I don't eat. When I eat, I eat. When I bathe, I bathe. When I walk, I walk. When I teach, I teach. When I study, I study. When I talk, I talk. When I travel, I travel. So that's what this time. So you can balance it. You can do it. When I'm a very average student. I'm not the topper kind. I was a very normal, disciplined, average student. And I'm from a rural background. Many of you do not know, I come from a rural background. My parents are illiterates. So we are the first generation learners. So when I can study, sit and do all of them, why can't you people living in a city, coming from a city background, having all things in hand? And one good thing I had was I had no internet. One good thing was I had no internet. Are you getting? So that internet, that Googling, only books, book, limited source, revision again and again. Lakshmikant would cry. My Lakshmikant would cry. Kritika, please leave me. Are you getting it? If Lakshmikant had mouth and Lakshmikant had hands, it would punch me. What is this? You're taking me every time. Are you getting it? So some books used to cry. Why? I used to revise it again and again. My geography books used to shed tears. Please leave me, na. Please leave me. Buy some new book. Getting literally, it was like underlined and scribbled. Why? Revision. The more and more you revise, the more and more you study, the more and more you are disciplined, you will get this exam. It's okay, na. You don't comb your hair. It's okay. It's okay. You don't dress properly. It's okay. It's okay, na. Are you getting? We are not here for a fashion show or a modeling show. It's okay, na. That's what I was about to tell you. I'm not saying you should not, but cut down on certain things. Prioritize now. Getting it? Just cut on certain things which you can. Break your comfort zone. Don't be in a comfort zone. Break it out. Are you getting it? Let the world not know that you are struggling. Let the universe know. Let others not know. Don't give a sad face. Prelims. I'm studying for prelims. No. Don't do that and all. Be positive. When you keep doing that, days are perfectly fine. And you people don't have. Some people cook. Some people cook and eat. Add that too. Cut it here. Add it. Some people go walk and eat and come. Add it here. For some people you get food. I think we all are different. Everyone are different. Some travel and come. Are you getting? So cut it here. Minus it here. Adjust it accordingly. You have time. But you do not know. From tomorrow do one thing. Manage the time. How many hours you're wasting. Honestly do it. You will only know. If I ask you, you may tell me lie. Or you may tell me the truth. But just honestly, hands on heart. Just calculate it today. How many hours you're wasting. See that. Take a guilt. Let that guilt kill you. Let that guilt eat you. Then the next day, you will not do that. You should get that pain. Chocho, I'm wasting 6 hours. Chocho, that feel should come and prick you. When it pricks you, the next day you'll be fine. Oh, I'm sleeping for 8 hours. My God, let it prick you. You'll sleep for 6 hours. You have to have a pattern. You have to have your clock. You have to have a discipline. But you can't just like that go like this. And tomorrow you're going to be civil servants. You can't be just like that. Nah? Government will screw you up like anything. So have a clock like this. So don't tell me I have no time. You have time. As always, I hear it from them. I'm classes. And today the market is full of classes only. So get it. So classes, you'll add that to your study. Add today 6 hours with me, 5 hours, plus the 2 hours, half an hour, 6 hours. Let's keep it 6 hours. It's here for you. The remaining hours, you're going to take it and study. Then take a test series, balance it according. Clear, ma? Some people have the habit of sleeping in the afternoon. Put one nap. Some people take a nap. I think we all are different. Add it, minus it, then take it from here, take it there. Try to balance it, but don't give importance to certain things. Health is important. Eat good things. I'm not saying you starve. I'm saying you eat. Are you getting it? Certain things will make you good. You want to drink tea. But cut all the negative ones now. Negative ones will not be allowed now in the preparation. Because I've seen many people telling, if I do that only I'll study. Nothing like that. That's your mental thing. That's your mental frame. Someone has given you that. And and you're doing. And always people, we've glorified this. Sacrifice, you sacrifice. Don't glorify. It's a part and parcel of this journey. Nothing to glorify. I'm studying for 8 hours. To clear this, you have to study for 8 hours only. So there's nothing to glorify, na? Getting it? So things are very normal. Everything is normal. You have fever, it's normal. Your body is telling you you're not well. Don't glorify. I have fever, I have fever. Don't do that. Don't pamper yourself. When you start pampering, girls, you have stomach pain, it's okay. That's part and parcel of our life. We get stomach pain, it's okay. Put a tablet, take rest, sleep, get up. Stomach pain. You can't change it. Na? Certain things we can't. Go with the flow. Fever, it's okay. You fall down, it's okay. You get hurt, it's okay. Na? Get up. Wipe it up. Get up. Stick a band-aid. Come, go. Don't glorify and don't pamper yourself. Don't do that. World is not here to hear your sympathy. Are you getting? Maybe 1 or 2 will church. So you have fever. 3rd day. Don't sympathize yourself. Yourself also. Don't get into that sympathy mode. Don't expect others also to have sympathy. That's a very bad habit, ma. I'm telling you as a, like a mother, I'm telling you. Don't sympathize. You can have empathy, but don't sympathize on yourself. Oh, I'm like this. Why am I like? No, never do that. That's a bad habit. And don't pamper yourself in a negative way. I'm not like this. Some students come and tell me, ma'am, I cannot study more than 6 hours. Ma'am, will not cooperate. Come here, I'll tell you. But one part only. Don't do that. Who told you? Don't glorify. Don't sympathize. Have a very normal life. Now, life is very small. Maybe the pattern is changed today like this, and we're getting into that psychology now. Everything is normal as normal. When you walk, it's normal, na? You all are walking. You fly and come for class like Harry Potter. You walk and come, na? So walk normally and come. You talk, that's normal. You eat, that's normal. You study, that's normal. That's it. This is what you need to understand. Know your ground. Stay your ground. And be grounded. When you have this, exam is very, very easy for you. So manage it, do it tomorrow, and let me know. Some people will let me know, getting it. So this is about the Megal. So Megalithics succeeded, getting it. They were succeeded by the Chera Chola Pandya in 1000 BC. So the first topic of South is over. Now the second topic of South. The second topic of South is the Sangam age. So Sangam age is 1000 BC to 500 AD. It's a very big period of South India, the age of Sangam age. So Sangam age is, I've already taught you North India. So Sangam age is contemporary of later Vedic period. Mahajanapada, remember 3rd chapter? It's contemporary of Maurya. It's contemporary of post-Mauryas. It's contemporary of Guptas. Don't you think? Guptas come till 606. I gave you a bracket yesterday. Try to recollect the bracket. Don't leave the bracket. Brackets are important. So these are the contemporaries. So Sangam age is a contemporary of them all. So when you know things, getting it, so this is how Sangam age was. So what is a Sangam age? It was an age of Tamil, the language. It was an age of the Tamils, the people It was an age of Milaham. That is the land. And it was the age of the script. Getting it? So when you look at Tamil, this is the language. You look at the Tamils, this is the people. When you look at Tamilagam, it is a land of the Tamil. And when you look at the script is also called the Tamil script. So this age is full of Tamil. This age is full of the people Tamils. This age is full of the land called Tamilagam. So when you look at this land Tamilagam, it is divided into 3 kingdoms. Tamilagam was divided into 3 kingdoms. So what are the 3 kingdoms of Tamilagam? The first one, the Cheras. The second one, the Cholas. And the third one, Pandyas. So it is a kingdom of Chera, Chola, Pandya. So getting it? So where were they geographically located? If you take peninsular India like this, so this is the Chola. Cholas were here in this Bay of Bengal region. This was the Chera, Kerala, that part. This was the Pandya. So this we call it as a trio. I generally call them as a trio, that is the triangle. So these 3 were best friends. In your language, I can say besties. They were very close friends here. This trio, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana. This region, we call it as the age of Chera, Chola, Pandya. Getting collectively, we call it as what? The Sangam age. Getting it? So, if you look at the capital, Cheras had their capital. Cheras of Vanji or Karur is the capital. So, where is Karur or Vanji today? It is in Tamil Nadu. Learn the capital. Cheras had their capital at Vanji. Cholas had their capital at Urayur. Later only Tanjavur. This is in Tamil Nadu, near Trichy. Pandyas of Madurai. This is also there in Tamil Nadu. So, Cheras of Vanji, Karur. Cholas of Urayur. Pandyas of Madurai. The capital of Chera, Chola, Pandya. Cheras had a port. The port of Cheras was Musuris. Musuris was the port. This came in last year PYQ. The port of Cheras. Getting in Musuris. It's a port. The port of Cholas, it is Kaveri Patnam. All are in, this is in Kerala. Ma. Musuris is in Kerala today. So this Kaveri Patnam, Tamil Nadu, but it is under waters today. Dwaraka and Kaveri Patnam is underwater. 2 Indian cities have gone into the sea. One is Kaveri Patnam. A big tsunami came later and it washed away Kaveri Patnam. So today we don't have Kaveri Patnam. Pandyas of Madurai, the port was Korkai. Korkai was the port. So learn the capital, learn the port. Getting it? Learn the court language. Tamil. Of course, the Chera Chola Pandyas had the language as Tamil. So this is about them. So getting it? Just know basics, because generally these are the basics. Clear? Cheras of Vanji, Cholas of Urayur, Pandyas of Madurai. So again, when you look these 3 kingdoms, all the 3 had their court language as what? Tamil. They were friends, they were matrimonial partners, they were enemies also. They'll fight war. Getting it? They will attack each other. They will defeat each other. But they will have a matrimonial alliance. They'll have excellent trade. Southern culture was like that. Trade was the prime activity and promoting the Tamil culture was there with them. That is why the Sangam age came in 1000 BC. Now what is this Sangam? When you look at Sangam, for students of other people are new, see Sangam, it's a Tamil term. I'll tell it like a story so that you will understand. Sangam is a Tamil term which means a social gathering. So what is this Sangam? It's a book publishing ceremony. Imagine a book publishing ceremony. So all the Sangams were conducted in the Pandya kingdom only. Pandyas were the host of Sangam. So you don't find Sangam in Chola, you don't find Sangam in Chera. So who was the host? Only Pandya. So scholars were invited to the Pandya kingdom and it's a book publishing ceremony. So anyone can come and participate in a Sangam. Men, women, anyone could come. They come to a Sangam and they publish their books. They surrender their book. And if the books are found to be good, if the books are full of quality, if the book has got ethical and moral value, the Pandya kings will publish the book. And that book will become a Sangam text or a Sangam work. So there were many Sangam, many kings patronized it. 14,000 books were published. 14,000 books were published across. And all these books, what do they have? What is the essence of all the book? It has got ethical and moral value. So getting it, so that is the only condition where the books to have ethical and moral value. So South had a very different culture. They kept on moving on. So many texts were published in Sangam. Getting what? That is what? This age is full of what? We call this as this age. It is an age of literature. Sangam age is an age of script. So book publishing ceremony is what is about the Sangam age. But when you look at the polity, I am giving you, there were many kings, there were many queens also who ruled. But when you look at the polity of Sangam, Sangam was highly centralized. The king was everything. Whatever the king decides, the king will do that only. When you look at the economy, they were trading with the Roman Empire. They were trading with the Arabs. They were trading with the what? Turkey. Today is that Roman Empire. They were trading with Syria. They were trading with Egypt. This side, they were trading with China. They were trading with what? Indonesia, Ceylon. So Sangam people were trading extraordinarily well with both sides of the world. And South has got lots of mineral deposits. It's got gold. It's got, are you getting a lot of spices? So all these, and South is good for cotton. Maharashtra cotton, Urayur. Urayur is a famous center for cotton. So all these goods, spices, cotton, salt, pearls, they had lots of elephants, so ivory. And South has got lots of timber, sandalwood, rosewood, redwood, all these timber. So with lots of resources, all these materials went across the globe. So that is why Pliny, the Roman writer, says, we traded more with the South. South Indians were giving us more resources because spices are there. Pepper was called the mother of all spices. So South gave them spices, so they started trading across the world. So how will their economy be? Very good. And keep one thing in mind, the only economy which was never challenged by anyone and the only economy which was constantly the same was a South Indian economy. Because the North kings kept on changing, fluctuations were there. Pushyamitra Sunga will come, Agnimitra will come, Kushan, Kanishka would come, next Kanishk's successors would come, then Guptas would come, then Harsha would come. The economy kept on fluctuating. But in South, there was no fluctuation in economy. Economy was constant. Why economy was constant? Because the same kingdom kept on ruling. The Chera Chola Pandya continued to rule for a longer time. That made the southern economy very strong. And when you look at the society, they never had any evils in the society. So every process of the society was simple. Like North had the Varna system. The Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, the Varna system. South never had that Varna system. North had Jati and Gotra. South never had the Jati and Gotra. Later it came. So when did Jati and Gotra come? It came after 500 AD. So after 500 AD, what happened? After 500 AD, Chera Chola Pandya continued. Sangam age got discontinued. That book publishing element got discontinued. So which year was the last book published in South then? 500 AD. When was the first Sangam conducted? 1000 BC. Simple. That's why we call it a Sangam age. So don't get, ma'am, then how will Chera Chola Pandya continue? By this period, from 500 AD till the entire medieval, we don't have Sangams conducted. Sangams got abruptly stopped. Why? The southern kings, they started becoming jealous of each other. They started becoming greedy of each other. They thought, let us attack. They started holding grudge. Initially, they never had grudge. They'll fight, they will accept the defeat, then the next day they'll talk to each other. But after 500 AD, what happened? The grudge became very strong. You attacked me, I will not talk to you. So you attacked me, I will not host Sangam. Are you getting it? That evil elements started coming up. So slowly what happened? These three kingdoms after 500 AD became rigid. That's why after 500 AD, annexation policy became very strong in the south. This is how it happened here. So this is what is about the Sangam age. And there were many Sangams conducted. So to give you something, Sangam literature. Just write this alone. Sangam literature. There are many books. Agasthyam, a book name. Tolkappiyam. You have to memorize it, ma. Yeah, Agasthyam. This is the first book published. Getting it, ma? It's the first Sangam work. This is the second Sangam work. This is the third Sangam work. Agasthyam, written in Tamil. Just know the book. In prelims, if we get Agasthyam, it's a Sangam book. Agasthyam, Tolkappiyam, Tirumurugatrupadai. Tirumurugatrupadai. These are the first three Sangam texts. Getting my? Then we have the fourth one. We have 5 major epics and we have 5 minor epics. So we have 5 major and 5 minor epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata in North India. Here we have 5 major epics and 5 minor epics. In the major epic, the first book is called Silappadigaram. You need to learn them because these are important. Silappadigaram, written by Ilango Adigal. I've given all of them in the class notes. You can take it. Ilango Adigal. It's an epic. The great epic of South is Silappadigaram, written by Ilango Adigal. The second epic, I'm giving you Mani Megalai. First time it will be difficult, but just try to study it. It was written by Tatanar. Getting it, ma? So Silappadigaram, Mani Megalai. Who wrote Silappadigaram? Ilango Adigal. Who wrote Mani Megalai? Satanar. I'm not giving you the 10 epic. You find any one in your prelims. Take it, Sangam. Getting it, ma? So Agasthyam is the first book published in the first Sangam. Tolkappiyam is the second text. And Tirumurugatrupadai is the third text. And these three are considered to be sacred text. They are considered to be the sacred text of the South. Very special, sacred. They are considered to be very prominently there. So this is about the sacred text of Sangam. Many books, I told you, in total how many books were published? 14,095 texts. In total, when you look at Sangam, 14,095 texts were published. Imagine. 14,000 is not small, ma. Even 4,000 is big. So how many books Sangam kept on publishing? 14,095 texts, which means it's a very big number. But still, they were conducting the 1000 to 500 AD. They were only publishing book. So which means what? Culture was very strong. The script was very strong. The language and the script goes hand in hand. Only when you know to write, you publish a book. And everyone were allowed to write and participate. Getting it? So this is about that. And again, number 5. There is a book, Agasthyam, Tolkappiyam, Tirumurugatrupadai, 5 major and minor epic. In that, I've given you 2 major epic. Just get to know. In case, if they ask you, there are 10 epics in total. Yes. Silappadigaram is a major epic. Yes. So these only, they'll not dwell into the minor. Then it will be like Tamil State Service Examination. Number 5. I'm giving you one more text because that's in current affairs now. Tirukkural. Tirukkural, written by Thiruvalluvar. So this Tirukkural is considered to be the sacred text of the Tamils, and this is considered to be the 5th Veda of India, and this is Tirukkural, full of ethics and moral values. So there is one book called Tirukkural, full of ethical and moral values. So this is in current affairs now. Tirukkural. Get it? So who wrote Tirukkural? Thiruvalluvar. He wrote Tirukkural and he was considered to be a saint. He was a Tamil saint, getting it, a great scholar called Thiruvalluvar. And this is the second text of book translated in all the languages of the world. So in all the languages of the world, this is the second text to be translated in all the languages of the world, next to the Holy Bible. The Bible is the first book to be translated in all the languages of the world today. The second book which to be translated in all the languages of the world is Tirukkural. Japan has got Tirukkural. Nigeria has got Tirukkural. Canada, they study Tirukkural. Many countries in the world, they study Tirukkural. But we don't study Tirukkural. Are you getting it? But not we, you. Are you getting it? I'm from Tamil Nadu, so obviously I would have studied. Because they give us this supplement. We are born there, Tirukural comes with you. Getting it? So this is one book, and yeah. So this Tiruvalluvar, why was it in news? Because our Prime Minister kept on speaking about Tirukural. Prime Minister kept on speaking about Tiruvalluvar. Let's make a world like Tiruvalluvar's dream. What did Tiruvalluvar dream? He dreamt that the whole humans, they're all one. Are you getting it? So every man, human, we are human. So the human race is one, and we all are kith and kin. So no Japanese, no American, no Russian, no African. All are brothers and sisters. So Tiruvalluvar said, human species, all are one. So let's all live in unity. Let's all live in integrity. Let's all live together. And let's accept coexistence. I exist, you exist, we exist. What I have, you don't fight with me. What you have, I will not fight with you. What you have is yours. What I have is mine. Likewise, Tiruvalluvar, he's given a very big philosophy, and Abdul Kalam always used to speak about Tiruvalluvar only. Yet the Kashi Mahasangamam, when they were talking, the Prime Minister, when they were doing the Kashi Mahasangamam, Tiruvalluvar was taken as a reference in the speech, because this book is a Sangam text. And today we have in Haridwar, we have the statue of Tiruvalluvar. So how could a Tamil saint be a statue in Haridwar? Why? Because his philosophies and his thought process are so big. And in Kanyakumari, we have a big statue of whom? Tiruvalluvar. So Haridwar, the statue. Kanyakumari, we have a huge statue of Saint Tiruvalluvar. So this is the Tiruvalluvar statue. It is in the tip. Could you see? The tip of Indian Ocean, getting it much there. Kanyakumari, Cape Comorin. So we have Tiruvalluvar statue. So he is Tiruvalluvar. This is that Vivekananda rock in Kanyakumari. Vivekananda rock for Swami Vivekananda. So this is Tiruvalluvar. A huge statue. You need to take a small boat, get inside and go. So it's in the middle of the sea. You could see that aerial view. So he is Tiruvalluvar. Tamil Nadu government has kept it. So there is a Tiruvalluvar statue at Haridwar. So this is that statue. Getting it, ma? So which means to hail the sage. Getting it, ma? Lots were there. Getting it? So people are just making, could you see that? Tamil poet Tiruvalluvar statue. Are you getting it? There was a big controversy and all came, but finally the statue is there. Many problems came with the statue. We'll not touch that. We'll just go here only that the statue was erected at Haridwar. This is in Kanyakumari. So this is that statue. Leave the conflict and all. We don't want that and all. We just want only the statue. So he is Tiruvalluvar. So who wrote the famous Tirukural. And it's called as the fifth Veda, which has got everything. So that is a Sangam work. Everywhere you go in Tamil Nadu, you will find his words written in the public bus, private public transport. Wherever you go, you'll find these. Whenever you go to any Tamil South college, government college, you will see this line. And many have kept Tirukural as their syllabus. Many countries in the world have kept it as a syllabus. It's a very important book. Since it's there in current affairs, it is there. So whenever you see in courts and all, in court, high courts and all, whenever the person keeps a promise, which book is given? Which book is given to keep a promise? Bhagavad Gita. Gita is given. In all the court, Gita is given. But in South, what is given? Tirukural is given. So promise on Tirukural. So are you getting that whatever I say is true? Are you getting it like that? You keep a promise. Gita is also there. Option is there. But still which book they give there? They give only Tirukural. So it's considered to be a sacred text actually. This is not holy, sacred. Yeah. Holy means it will become religion. Sacred is something close to my heart, very special. I respect it. I venerate it. So on that angle. So this is about Sangam. So Sangam, if you look at the polity, of Sangam, the kings were highly centralized. When you look at the economy of Sangam, they were highly self-sufficient and had a brisk trade with all countries of the world. So Sangam polity was centralized because the kings were having unlimited powers. And if you look at the Sangam society, they were highly egalitarian. Equal opportunity was given for all of them. And when you look at the Sangam religion, the rulers were tolerant and the state was secular. This is the crux of the polity, economy, society, religion. So you need to understand, when mains, they might ask you to compare the Sangam polity and the Guptan polity. Like last year we had Rig Vedic polity society, and later Vedic and early Vedic was last year mains. So this year, in mains, they might ask you to compare. So always have that comparative mind. Any society they ask you, try to compare it. So this is about the Sangam overall. So it continued for a very longer period, and this went on till medieval part. So these are the two topics. We see it with what? The Sangam age. Just for people who are new, I thought I'll give you a small map so that you'll get an idea of how are we going to go. Listen, when North India had Paleolithic, South had Paleolithic. So Paleolithic age, North and South was together. Yeah. After Paleolithic age, we had, North had Mesolithic, South also had Mesolithic. Mesolithic here became as Neolithic. South had some sort of Neolithic, little bit of Neolithic here and there, but it got converted to Megal, that burial culture. Then after Neolithic, North underwent Chalcolithic. South had only Megalithic. We are getting the contemporary. Then after Chalcolithic, North went on to Indus Valley civilization. So in Bengal, we had Chalcolithic. Chalcolithic man went to Bengal. So South had what? Megalith only. When Indus Valley civilization was there, South had only Megalith. Then automatically, when Indus Valley was here, automatically we had what? Early Vedic period. Aryan. So here who was there? Chalcolithic man was still there. So South had whom? Megaliths only. Megaliths only continued with early Vedic period. The entire Indian history. So automatically early Vedic period became later Vedic period. When later Vedic period was here, who came here? Chera, Chola, Pandya. This part was with tribes. Getting it? So by 1000, just now we did Sangam. Chera, this triangle. Chera, Chola, Pandya had come. Then after later Vedic period, we have Mahajanapadas, that 16 kingdoms plus Buddhism and Jainism in North India. Parallelly, these both are going on. So in South, what do we have? Chera, Chola, Pandya. So after Mahajanapadas, we have Mauryas coming up. Whom do we have here? In South, we have the Satyaputras. Then we have Chera, Chola, Pandya and the kingdom of Ceylon. Because Ashoka sent his son and daughter to Sri Lanka. So Ceylon was a part of Ashoka. So we have that. After Mauryas, we have post-Mauryas. When post-Mauryas were there, whom do we have below Narmada? Satavahanas. Satavahanas, Chera, Chola, Pandya. So after post-Mauryas in North India, whom do we have? We have Guptas. So when Guptas were coming here, we have Vakatakas. Whom do we have here? Chera, Chola, Pandya. And after Guptas in North, we had Harsha in North. Who was there here? Chalukyas of Badami was there. Chalukyas were there. Pallavas came up here. Here it was Chera and here it was Pandyas. So do understand, but this is the entire chronology of ancient India. So if UPSC will ask you one question on chronology, if you know who was there, who was here, you will exactly get the idea. Just copy it. Study them. Study them because this you get definitely a question. CCP is Chera, Chola, Pandya. Ma? Yeah. You know more. I think tomorrow and day after will be better for optional kids. My optional kids are sitting idle. Yeah, you know more. Yeah. Shall we? Done? I think we've not done art and culture and optional tomorrow. Over? Kingsling, ma? Done, ma? Where's Preetham? Preetham. Shall we go? Fast, fast. Sompal, Yash. No idea. Kuldeep, Sompal, Yash. What happened to them, ma? Sompal. Your optional kids only. Yeah. Yes, ma. Yeah, you can, please. Tell me. Stupa tomorrow. Harmika. Anda is just a semicircular dome, not hollow. Harmika is the abode of God. Ashes are placed. Tomorrow we'll draw it, but tomorrow we'll have lots of drawing. Medieval now, the trend is like, they are asking many questions in medieval now. When you look at it, Vijayanagar, Pallava, Chalukya, so it's coming up. So just try to keep it. Shall we go? Done with the map? So learn the contemporary so that you know who was in North India, who was there in South. So here, after Sangam, getting it? So when you look at it, now we are going on to the next part. After Sangam, who came up here? It was the Pallav. Getting it, ma? One small trick for students were not there. Whenever Cholas were there, there is no Pallava. When Pallavas are there, no Chola. So getting it? So in medieval India, only Rajaraja Chola will come. Rajaraja was never an ancient Indian ruler. So we've almost completed North Indian ancient. Now Sangam is over. South India. So which means when Cholas are there, no Pallava. When Pallavas are there, there is no Chola. When Harsha was a North Indian ruler, who replaced the Chola? Pallavas have come. So Pallavas were great builders. And Pallavas were the first people to build temple architecture in the south. Getting temple architecture in South India came up only under Pallavas. So we'll do the drawings all tomorrow. So when you look at them, as we discussed yesterday, these are all passing by topics. Vakataka, like Satyaputras, they're all passing by topic. But just know the chronology. If you know the chronology, it will be easy for you. Getting it? And here, just learn the capital. For all the kingdom, learn the capital, learn the court language, learn what they did. There are some kingdoms, they did something great. Like I told you, asked you about Maurya. When I asked you about Kushan, post-Maurya yesterday, I made you to write the importance of post-Maurya. Something great happened. So likewise, what happened? Chronology keeps moving on like this. But kingdoms, read the class notes. Everything I've given. When I open Chalukya, I've given the capital, court language, the ruler. You will be able to understand. Class notes are self-understandable only. So this is about ancient. Now moving on to medieval India. So what is a source to study medieval India, ma? I think you all have heard about a book called Satish Chandra, the NCRT. Satish Chandra NCRT is there. Now when you look at medieval India, now the pattern, when you look at the pattern for the few years, what is the pattern now? Terminologies are coming. So too much of terminologies are coming in medieval, number one. Bracket, you have to memorize, no other option. So let me tell you, what is this bracket here in medieval India? The first topic is the Rajputs. When did Harsha die? 647 AD. Rajputs came. Rajputs were ruling till 1206 AD. So this is the bracket of Rajputs. So getting it, so the first topic in medieval India is the age of the Rajputras or the Rajputs. And this Rajputs, when you look at the bracket, there were 36 kingdoms in North India. There were 36 kingdoms in North India. So getting it, they were scattered throughout North India and they were 36 in number. And when you look at the Rajput kingdom, example, I can give you some kingdom. The Pratiharas of Kannauj. The name, learn the capital, learn the kingdom. The second kingdom, the Paramaras of Malwa. Good. The third one we can say, the Palas of Bengal. The fourth one we can say, the Senas of Bengal. The fifth one, the Chandelas of Bundelkhand. I'm giving only few, not all. So getting it, then we have the Hindu Shahis of Sindh, Northwestern Frontier Province, Hindu Shahis of Sindh. I'm writing the seventh one here, the Kalachuris of Chedi. You have to learn them, ma, because one side UPSC will give you the capital, one side they'll give you the kingdom. If you thorough these kingdom, Rajputs are over, better. Then we have the Chauhans of Delhi and Ajmer. Delhi and Ajmer. Then we have the Gahadawalas of Kannauj. Then we have the next one, the Paramaras of Malwa, Solankis. Solankis of Andhilwara. Just learn these, ma. So where are these? Kannauj, it's in UP. Malwa Plateau. This is in our West Bengal. Sorry. Palas are in our Bihar. Senas are in our West Bengal. Bundelkhand is in Madhya Pradesh. In this Northwestern Frontier Province. Chedi, they are in Northern Orissa. So Delhi and Ajmer. Kannauj in UP. Andhilwara, they are in Gujarat. Solankis are in Gujarat region. Ghazni attacked the Somnath temple under the Solankis. So you need to know them actually. Shall we? Just learn them, because when we draw the temple, when I teach you temple architecture tomorrow, we need to know that Rajputs built it. Today we talk about the Kashi temple, the Khajuraho temple. Getting it? Tomorrow we'll be drawing it and I'll be giving you the example. So these are the 10 kingdoms, but to just make it clear. So this is the Rajputs. There were 36 kingdoms, but we are learning only 10. 10 is fine, perfectly fine. Revise them, keep revising them and then come. So Pratiharas of Kannauj, learn the capital. Paramaras of Malwa. Palas and Senas of Bengal. Chandelas of Bundelkhand. Hindu Shagis of Sindh. The Kalachuris of Chedi. Orissa Northern. Southern Orissa is Kalinga. Chaugans of Delhi and Ajmer, Rajasthan. So getting it? Then Gahadwalas of Kannauj. So these are the 10 kingdoms who were scattered in North India. So when they were scattered in North India, who was there in South? So how do we go the map here? The map here changes. Here we have the Rajputs. How many kingdoms? 36 kingdoms. They're jam-packed. We call them as Rajputs. So when Harsha died, North India went into the hands of Rajputs. So we enter medieval India. So Rajputs is a passing by topic. We don't have all the details inside. Why? Because it's very technical. Get my, it's a passing by topic. Architecture is important. So who was parallelly coming here? It was the Rashtrakutas. So Rashtrakutas are parallelly the contemporary here. Then comes the Eastern Chalukyas. Eastern Chalukyas. Then here comes the Pallavas. Here comes the Cheras. And here comes the Pandyas. So this is the map. Learn the contemporaries of Rajputs. Later, getting first write it, then I'll tell you. So for 647, when I give you exactly, this is the contemporary. Just learn them. Who are the contemporaries? Rashtrakutas, because the tripartite struggle. The tripartite struggle for Kannauj between Pratiharas, Rashtrakuta and Pala. So so the tripartite struggle came up between Rashtrakuta, Pala and Pratihara, the triangle. So when the triangle took place, they were fighting. So like this part Rajputs, this actually emerged during medieval India. So our first topic is the Rajputs. Just thorough the name, thorough the kingdom, thorough the ruler. Prithviraj Chauhan is here. His father-in-law Jai Chand is here. So getting all that, how rigid. They were all very rigid. Caste rigidity was very much. Varna, Jati, Gotra was very much into their blood. They were all very rigid. Economy was always strong. And it was during this period, what happened, ma? It was during this period, Islam entered India. It was this period, Islam entered India. So which year Islam entered India? 712 AD. So Islam virtually entered India in 712 AD. And who brought Islam to India? It entered India by Muhammad bin Qasim. He was the first Muslim invader of India, not Ghazni. So Muhammad bin Qasim in 712 AD, he attacked Sindh, he occupied Sindh, and this 1 year, 8 months, he ruled Sindh, Islam entered. For your prelims part of view, the first Muslim invader of India was Muhammad bin Qasim. And who was Muhammad bin Qasim? He was an Arab. So he was an Arab Muslim. He was an Arab. He attacked India. Which part of India? Sindh. Occupied Sindh. The moment he ruled Sindh, Islam entered. So the virtual entry of Islam is seen in 712. So when 712 Islam entered, who was ruling North India? Rajputs. So Rajputs were tolerant only. They never did anything. They never blocked Islam. They never did anything. Islam had a smooth entry in Sindh. And people did not fear and do anything. It gradually made an entry. The second thing is Ghazni entered India during the Rajputs only by 1000 AD. I'm giving you the bracket for Ghazni, 1000. So Ghazni came to India during the Rajputs. When Rajputs were ruling North India, Ghazni thrashed and attacked India. He looted, and we all know 17 times he attacked. There were 21 major attacks. Ghazni's altogether attack is 21. 17 times, big attack. That's why major. That's why we always say Ghazni's attack 17 times, 17 times. We colloquially use that term. No? That's because of that. And it was during the Rajputs only who entered India. Ghori entered India in 1175 AD. So 712, Islam entered India. 1000 AD, Ghazni's first attack. 1175 AD, Ghori's first attack. So Ghazni and Ghori, they kept on attacking India. Ghazni had an aim that he never wanted to rule India. Ghazni do not want to rule India. His main aim was wealth of India. But Ghori's aim was to loot the wealth of India. Ghori's aim was to loot and occupy India. So one good thing, Ghazni was never ever defeated. Ma, keep this in mind. In prelims, if they ask you, Ghazni was never defeated. He was chased. Ghazni was threatened. Ghazni was made to run. That all happened. The Jats made Ghazni to run. That all happened. But Ghazni was never defeated in a battle. An undefeated ruler was Ghazni. And this Ghazni, whenever he attacked India, he took lots of wealth. The biggest attack of Ghazni was a Somnath campaign. 1025, he attacked Somnath temple, broke the temple, and he took all the wealth and he went back. So that is why we call Ghazni as what? The plunderer. Getting it? But world history, when you look at world history side, Ghazni is considered to be the greatest ruler of the world. World history credits Ghazni, telling that a master, because he was a military strategist. He never failed a war. And whenever he planned something, execution was very perfect. Ghazni was a very good planner. He plans things meticulously. And with this Ghazni came a great scholar. Tomorrow I'll be giving you in art and culture. Tomorrow only you'll have all the load. The entire load will be felt only tomorrow and day after. So tomorrow you'll have Al-Biruni. I'll be giving all the travelers. Tomorrow I'll be making you write all the travelers. You'll be writing it tomorrow. Getting it? So Al-Biruni came to India with Ghazni. Have you heard Megasthenes, Huanswang, Pahin, Barbosa, Niccolo di Conti? Tomorrow I'm going to give all of them in order. You're going to write it with me and you're going to write all of them. So tomorrow we'll do that part in art and culture. Travelers, voyages, ambassadors. Getting it? Just like that who came to see India. There are some people just like that they came to see India. Just to see India they've come. Some kuti people they've come, but current affairs they're there. Because today travelers, many accounts of India, we find it lots. So tomorrow we'll write them all in a small box chronologically. So Al-Biruni came with Ghazni. So whenever Al-Biruni came, he wrote his famous book called Kitabul Hind. So Al-Biruni writes everything about India and what all Ghazni did. Then Ghazni died in 1030. Then there was a vacant few years in North India. Then the next invader came with the aim to loot India. He was Ghori. Ghori's aim was to loot and occupy India. And Ghori was fond of slaves. He loved slaves like anything. So one of his favorite slave was Kutubuddin Aibak. So Ghori immediately, wherever he comes, he'll come with Kutubuddin Aibak. Bakhtiyar Khalji, Kutubuddin Aibak, he had many slaves. And Ghori never had a son. So always Ghori said, after me Aibak, after me Aibak. That's why in 1206, when Ghori died, he occupied many places. Entire North India, Ghori occupied. He attacked first Hindu Shagis, occupied Lahore, made it as his capital. Then he went and fought the first and second battle with Prithviraj Chauhan, the Battle of Tarain. So where Ghori killed Prithviraj Chauhan, he killed Jaichand, the Gagadwala ruler, in the Battle of Chandavar, occupied Kanauj. Then he annexed Solankis, he annexed the Paramara, he annexed the Chpala, Sena. He had a slave called Bakhtiyar Khilji or Ikhtiyar Khilji. So this Ikhtiyar Khilji or Bakhtiyar Khilji, he went and destroyed the Nalanda University. So he broke the Nalanda and he occupied the Palas of Bengal, because Nalanda University was with the Palas. Bihar, the great Nalanda Mahavihara was there, he broke it. Who? Ghori's slave. And after all of them, the natives did not like Ghori, they killed him in 1206. So Ghori occupied the entire Rajput kingdom. This entire North India was occupied by whom? Ghori, and he died in 1206. When Ghori died in 1206, the Rajputs come to an end. And Ghori's slave Kutubuddin Aibak established the slave dynasty. That's why we move on to the second chapter of North India called the Delhi Sultanate or the Delhi Sultan. Getting it? So that was what the second kingdom of North India. So clear? Are you getting it much? So this is about, I'm doing North India now. I'm not touching South now. Since we'll go to North first, then we'll connect it. So the second chapter here would be the Delhi Sultanate, or we call it as the Delhi Sultans. So 1206, they come till 1526, the Delhi Sultan. So who was a Sultan? Sultan was a ruler who accepted the Caliph as their overlord. So this Delhi Sultan was divided into 5 dynasties. It was divided into 5 dynasty called, number 1, the slave dynasty, also called as Ilbari dynasty, also called as the Mamluk dynasty. The second dynasty called as the Khalji dynasty or the Khilji dynasty. The third dynasty called the Tughlaq dynasty. The fourth dynasty called the Sayyid dynasty. And the fifth one called the Lodi dynasty. So when you look at the bracket, so there are some brackets you need to memorize. 1206 to 1290. Khilji will be 1290 to 1320. Tughlaq will be 1320 to 1413. Sayyid will be 1413 to 1451. Some books say 53. So Lodis 1453 to 1526. Ma'am, should I remember the bracket? Yes, you have to. Because you should know, at least you should know where is Alauddin Khilji. Alauddin Khilji is here. And we are getting, look at the PYQ, we are getting, I think QEP session ends with PYQ discussion. After my class, tomorrow will be art and culture discussion and all of them. Then the last class will be, day after tomorrow will be current affairs. And the sheets, getting it, the sheets what I told you. After that, there will be a class called the PYQ discussion. For all the subjects, they've kept it. So you want, you can attend it. So there, the history PYQ, getting it? So you, once you do this, you'll be able to connect it. You'll be able to at least relate it there. Clear? So this is there. I'm not doing it. There's another teacher to do it for history. Getting it? So this is about, so that you at least get an idea of each each subject. They're doing it again for geography, economics, history, polity, the PYQ discussion of how things are. Once the classes are over, it is done. So this is the dynasty. You should know where Muhammad bin Tughlaq will come. Tughlaq comes here in 1320 to 1413. You have to memorize it. And when you look at the first four, they were Turks. They were having a Turkish origin. The last one, they were Afghan. So the first Afghan kingdom was Lodi. The first Turkish kingdom was the slave dynasty. They are also called Ilbari because Ilbari is the name of the clan. Name of the clan. Mamluk. Mamluk was a ruler or any person who was born out of free parents who do not know their father and mother. They were called as Mamluk. So Qutbuddin Aibak was a Mamluk. Aibak doesn't know his father and mother. That's a Central Asian term. Getting Iltutmish, have you heard Iltutmish? He doesn't know who's his father and mother. So he was a Mamluk. Have you heard Balban? Balban doesn't know his father and mother. So he was called Mamluk. So there were 3 Mamluk. Qutbuddin Aibak, Iltutmish, Balban. All the other rulers were not Mamluk. Say Razia Sultana. Razia was a slave. She was here. Her father was Iltutmish. So she knows her father. So she was not a Mamluk. So Mamluk do not know who they are. How they were born. Neither of the parents they know. Not an orphan. They don't know anything. So in Central Asia, culture was like that at that point of time. That is why Mamluk Sultan. Supreme Court said it's wrong to use the term slave dynasty. But Qutbuddin Aibak in 2015, the Supreme Court said never use the term slave. Use Ilbari dynasty because they all belong to a clan called Ilbari clan. Kanishka belonged to the Kushan clan. Getting it like that, everyone belonged to a clan. So likewise, they all belong to the Ilbari clan. So they were called Ilbari Turks. So Aibak was an Ilbari. Getting it? So like that. But Alauddin Khilji, they were Khaljis. They belong to the Khalji clan. So all these names are the name of the clan. Getting it? Khiljis, there is a debate. There's a debate going on. Khiljis were living in Afghanistan. They got the Afghan traits, but basically they were Turk. Living in Afghanistan doesn't mean Khiljis are Afghan, which is the first Afghan kingdom of India. Lodi. Lodi is by nature. That's what we say. Afghan theory of kingship. We start with whom? Lodi. So Khiljis were living in Afghanistan. So they know all the Afghan traits. Say for example, I can give you another example. Babur. Babur was a Central Asian ruler. He was born in Fargana, Central Asia, Samarkand province. And Babur, he lost the kingdom. And Babur came to Afghanistan. Babur was a Turk. He was a Turkish. So as a Turk, he came to Afghanistan to play the politics there. And he became the ruler of Afghanistan. And for many years, Babur was ruling Afghanistan. A Turk by birth ruled Afghanistan. Then Babur comes to India and became the ruler of Hindustan. That's why, are you getting it, ma? So culturally, there is a mix there. Medieval India will be like this. And when Babur came to India, the court language was Persian. So Babur's mother tongue was Turkish. But why should he have the court language Persian? The people of Delhi, North India, spoke Persian. So Babur thought it's better we also keep it as Persian. Mughals were Turks. Delhi Sultans were Turks. But what is the court language of Delhi Sultanate? Persian. Why? The people are speaking that language, so let's speak that. I come from all the way from Tamil Nadu. And I'm ruling you all. So, should I learn Hindi or should you learn Tamil? You learn Tamil? No, tell me. Some are saying, ma'am, you'll all learn Tamil. English, fine. Let's keep, we don't know English. English is what? I don't know Hindi. So I'm speaking to you in English. You don't know Tamil? So you're speaking to me in English. Today you and me are getting connected because of English. Because I don't know your language, you don't know my language. Fine. But the basic thing is, I've come from Tamil Nadu to Delhi. And should I learn Hindi or should you learn Tamil to talk to me? Yeah? I'm getting... Some are telling, ma'am, they should learn Tamil. Okay, fine. But that's still a debate. If we come to Tamil Nadu, all of them will tell that wherever you go, they should learn Tamil. Are you getting anti-Hindi agitation? I think 1965, Tamil Nadu was the leading thing. Fine. But technically, when you put it practically, I should learn Hindi. Because you all are speaking Hindi, I've come to rule you. So, I should pick your language, else you will not accept me. Language is communication, language is emotional, language unites people. So that is why, since Persian was there in India, getting it, the Delhi Sultans started keeping Persian as their court language. So for all of them, what was the court language? Persian. What was the capital for all of them? Delhi. Delhi was the seat of power. So all the rulers had Delhi except Qutbuddin Aibak and Aram Shah. All of them had what? Delhi as their capital. Getting it, ma? So then they always Sultan. So what was the court language of them? Persian. Which means imagine a ruler when he comes to rule a foreign land, looking at the language there, he's just adopting it and taking his own, leaving his own mother tongue and adopting a native language. This is what happened during this period. So they all began to rule, so they were Afghan. So keep it out. In prelims, if they ask you, Khiljis were Afghans. No, they were living in Afghanistan, but they were not Afghan. And living in Afghanistan, they'll have Afghan traits. How an Afghan will fight, they will borrow it. Say for example, there was a king called Jalaluddin Khilji. This Jalaluddin Khilji was in Afghanistan only. So from childhood, he was there in Afghanistan. But basically, he's a Turk. So he knew how an Afghan will fight. And living in that Afghan valley, he knew how the Mongols will fight. From childhood, he started seeing the Mongols fighting. So he used to go to the Mongol camp like a child, Jalaluddin Khilji. He used to go and see how they are fighting. So by seeing, he learnt all of them. Like in Mahabharata, there's a character, Dronacharya, Eklavya. So he just saw how they were fighting and how they were using. By seeing, he made a mud statue of Drona. Then he learnt it everything. Likewise, Jalaluddin Khilji. He saw the Mongols fighting, saw the Afghans fighting, he took it. And when he became the ruler, he put that in his style. That's why people will say, Jalaluddin fights like a Mongol. Jalaluddin fights like an Afghan. But Jalaluddin is a Turk. So are you getting? So you be in a particular place, you will take the traits of that region. Yes. No, Central Asian Turk. Their mother tongue is Turkey. Their mother tongue is Turkey. Or we call it as the mother tongue is Turkish. But when we call them as Turks, they all are Central Asian Turks. Turkmenistan. So there are two Turks. One is Turkey Turks. They are Christians. One is Muslim Turks. They are in Central Asia. So this Muslim Turks in Central Asia, later in 1453, they will go to that Turkey, Paul of Constantinople, and establish the Ottoman Empire. So that will become Islamic. Now it is Muslim, Christian. So there are two Turks, but the mother tongue is same. So when we refer them as Turk, it is only Central Asian Turk. Ghazni was a Central Asian Turk. Gori was a Central Asian Turk. Babur was a Central Asian Turk. So later when the Ottoman Caliph was established, Turkey, Constantinople, then what happened? Everyone became Islamized and Turkish started coming up. Now the world also is undergoing a big scenario. Crusades are happening. Because 1453 is where? Fall of Constantinople. 1453 we are here. 1453 Sayyids are here. So world is also undergoing a change. So this is what is about the Delhi Sultan. So yeah. Yes, ma'am. See, Persian language with Arab conquest of Sindh. Prakrit and Sanskrit what's the court language of the Rajputs. Rajputs spoke these two languages. When Arab conquest of Sindh happened, when this Arab conquest of Sindh happened, what happened when Sindh? So people, Islam, they brought Arabic. Muhammad bin Qasim brought Arabic. When he brought Arabic to Sindh, the Sanskrit, Prakrit mixed with Arabic, a new language called Sindhi was born. Sindhi. So Sindhi was born, Sindhi culture came. So what is Sindhi culture? Mix of Arabic and Sanskrit and Prakrit, Sindhi culture. Now from that Sindhi culture, again it's getting mixed up with where? Prakrit again. A new dialect is born. When Rajputs were trading with the Persians, because Rajputs were big time traders with the Persian. When they were trading with Persians, lots of Persian traders started coming. And with the entry of Islam, what happened naturally? People started to learn Persian language. So like how Hindi became a fast language during our freedom struggle. Hindi is called as, during modern they call patafat. They use that term. It was a fast language. Everyone in Congress should speak Hindi. Tak, 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 you have to speak it. So it became a fast language. So when Persian traders started coming, and everyone should talk to a trader. So Persian slowly entered and it started occupying North India. When Qutbuddin Aibak and Gori came, there were tidbits of Persian everywhere. Like how he said, English, I survive in Delhi because of English. Wherever I go, I get English. So I try to survive. So I make English as a court language. But my mother tongue is Tamil. Your mother tongue is Hindi. But we are taking which language which was already here, which you also do not know, which I also do not know. It's not your mother tongue, it's not my mother tongue. So automatically they ruled it because Aibak was very smart. Qutbuddin Aibak was very smart ruler because Gori died. Aibak want to rule. And again, I want to rule you. I want to talk to you. First thing to touch a person is speak the language. Look at our Prime Minister when he comes to Tamil Nadu. He'll say, Vanakkam. Are you getting? Our rulers come. They'll say, Namaste. Are you getting it, ma? Prime Minister talk Tamil. He will read some 2-3 sentences. Are you getting? He'll say, have you heard something? He'll memorize something and he'll come. He'll speak. We'll all mug up something. We'll come. Aap kaise ho? Are you getting it? We'll also mug up some things and we'll come. Are you getting it? So don't you think? So the moment you start that, first thing he'll say Vanakkam only. Immediately we'll be like, hey, talking in Tamil. Then he'll start something in why? Language. So language, but that's why rulers were multilingual. Akbar knew all the languages here. Akbar knew Hindi. Broken Hindi Akbar used to speak. So Urdu. Then automatically Bhojpuri, Braj. So languages kept on evolving. So this is a very smart move what they did. That's why remember in modern India, Warren Hastings, because Mughals court language was also Persian. And later when Warren Hastings established the courts, Adalats, what was the vernacular language there? Persian only, because it came as a culture here. So Babur wrote his Tusuki Baburi in Turkish, but the court language of Mughals was Persian. Because they were very smart, because when you don't talk a language of the people, people will not accept the ruler. In India, we have that big problem. Because today, that's why today we have second official language, we have number 2 as English. Because many states, and states are given a freedom that they can choose any language of their own to transact with the union government. Business transaction, Tamil Nadu cannot transact in Hindi with the union government. So Tamil Nadu transacts in English with the union government. Mizoram transacts with the union government in English. Kerala transacts with the union government in Hindi. Kerala doesn't transact with the union government in English. Kerala will transact in Hindi because Keralians know Hindi. Andhra transacts with the union government in Hindi because Andhra knows Hindi. Karnataka transacts with the union government in Hindi. They know Hindi. We are the only people who do not know Hindi. So we transact with the union government in what? English. So getting my likewise. Pondicherry, the language is French. Union territory, but union government does not know French. So Pondicherry transacts with the union government in English. Because union territory also has got their own language. Now every state has got its own language. Likewise, language plays a very important. That's why today we have the two language policy. We are trying to make it as one language. Getting it, Tamil Nadu is not allowing. Are you getting it? Tamil Nadu is not. Multiple reasons. My history is very big there. So this is about how the Delhi Sultanate. Now, here, what are you supposed to learn? In this, what are you supposed to learn? Learn the rulers. There was one PYQ, say for example, Genghis Khan, the great Mongol warrior, entered India during the period of which of the following ruler? Iltutmish. So you get, this is the period where Mongols have entered. So learn the ruler, learn their policies, learn the administration. These three things you have to learn. Take the notes. So what to learn here? In Delhi Sultanate, learn the rulers, learn the administration, learn their policies. Architecture we'll do it tomorrow. Architecture I've never touched, painting I've never touched, dance I've never touched, puppetry, music, nothing I've touched. All those tomorrow. So getting it, so you have to learn the rulers. All the rulers you need to know them. Say for example, why I'm telling you, in one prelims there was a question. They gave 4 rulers. They gave just 4 rulers. I'll just give you some rulers, but try to not to fear you, but just to tell you how things are. I'll give you a small example of UPSC. Number 1. You take it? Just, I've given you 4 rulers. UPSC may ask you, arrange the following rulers in chronological order. If I give you Akbar, Babur, Qutbuddin Aibak, you will find it. But these rulers you wouldn't have heard. So to learn the rulers, you need to know the kingdom. So how do you take it? Bahram. He was a ruler of slave dynasty. Nasruddin Shah. Ruler of? He was a ruler of? Yeah? Ruler of slave dynasty. Nasruddin Muhammad Shah. Muhammad Shah, he was a ruler of Tughlaq dynasty. Khizr Khan, the founder of Sayyid dynasty. So obviously which will come first? We have 2 slaves. We have 2 slaves, na? So among them we have to go in order. So the first slave ruler Qutbuddin Aibak. Second slave ruler Aram Shah. Third slave ruler Iltutmish. Fourth slave ruler Qutbuddin Aibak, Aram Shah, Iltutmish. Fourth one, Ruknuddin Firoz. Fifth one, Razia. Razia comes 5. After Razia comes Bahram. So who's first now? Bahram is first. After Bahram comes Masud Shah. After Masud comes Nasruddin Shah. So he is number 2. So slave is number 1. Then comes who? Tughlaq. So this is number 3. Then comes 5, 4. Are we getting it? So you have to work. Little bit of working is required. So here I'm telling you, likewise they ask you chronology in modern also. Dalhousie, Warren Hastings, Lord Auckland, Lord Ellenborough. Arrange. They can ask you. Treaties they're asking. I keep on telling you. Treaty of Surat, Treaty of Salbai, Treaty of Madras, Treaty of Srirangapattinam. Arrange. So you should know the Viceroy. You should know the Governor General. You should know their bracket. For this, little bit of hard work is required. If you know, slave dynasty has got, if you look at slave dynasty, to give you an idea, 11 rulers only. 11, only 11. Only 11 rulers are there. Khilji dynasty has got only 5 rulers. If you know the number and if you memorized it, you will never go wrong. That is revision. Getting it? Then Tughlaq dynasty has got Ghiyasuddin, Muhammad bin Firoz Shah, Muhammad Shah Tughlaq, Nasrat Shah Tughlaq. There are 5 rulers. Sayyid dynasty I have given only 2. Lodi dynasty only 3. So one day you sit in the biggest dynasty is 11 rulers because they were initial starters. So small things came. So you have to learn the rulers. Why? Number 1, I told you learn the rulers. Learn all the rulers in order. Number 2, administration. Say for example, there was a king who shifted his capital from Delhi to Devagiri. Delhi to Devagiri, Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So you need to know their administration. What did they do? There was a king who issued token currency, Muhammad bin Tughlaq. There was a king who created a separate department for agriculture, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, Diwani Kohi. There was a king who created a separate department for agriculture. Getting it, ma? So that is there. See this notes, Delhi Sultanate and Mughals notes, I've written it, ma. I have the notes with me now. So I think we can give it to you. People from other outside, I have the handwritten notes of mine. The Delhi Sultanate and Mughals. Just read that. That will be perfectly fine. So getting it, someone can share it to them. I think I'll give it to my optional kids. You can just share it to them. Whoever want, I'll share it to you. You can just share it to them. I think you all are friends of each other. People are coming out, or get it from the reception. I'll tell them to share it to you. I will send it to the reception people. They will keep the PDF in their number. You give your phone number. They will WhatsApp you. Hope you're getting it. Are you all getting it? Delhi Sultanate and Mughals. I have the handwritten notes with me. You can get it. I've written everything. Please do thorough them. All details I've written it. Are you getting it? So just study them. Administration. There was a king who did branding of horses. Branding of horses, Dag and Hulia, Alauddin Khilji. That's a policy. There was a king who introduced divine theory of kingship, Balban. There was a king who introduced Nowroz, Balban. Balban, the first king to give capital punishment, Balban. Hanging, public hanging was given during Balban. So likewise, getting it? There are some policies there. So the policy of the king, the first one to introduce market reform, Alauddin Khilji. Permanent standing army, Alauddin Khilji. Likewise, the policies of them. So some systems are there, just learn them. Then the last one comes administration and their policies together. Then comes architecture. Architecture, we have to do it with art and culture. So this is what you need to learn with Delhi Sultanate. So clear? Just thorough them. So I stop here for today. Now we'll take a small break. I'll see you by 11. Thank you.